Oh no, it's mating season and they think he's a female! Alright, come on. Episode 2, let's do this. I'll put the subtitles on. I don't know if this will make it to YouTube, but like, we'll see how it is.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the—
You see, you thought they lived in harmony. Making those ships and that army and all that armor takes time. You thought you were living in harmony. You weren't. You were deceived.
The Avatar, master of all 4 elements, could
Doesn't this guy look a little bit like Paimei? This guy looks like Paimei.
stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.
He looks like Paimei. Well, he vanished to kill Bill too. YouTube is overall chill with Avatar. Are they chill with the audio or just the visuals? I'm trying to figure it out. How am I? I'm chill. I'm super
100
chill.
years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone.
Wait a minute. Is this episode 2? Because you're showing me scenes we haven't even seen yet.
But I believe Aang can save the world.
Book 1, Water. The Avatar Returns. Oh, okay. Chapter 2. Wait, was this a book? Yay, you set off the flare. Nice work. Gran is like just done with his shit. She's like, I told you not to go in that ship. But you went in that ship, and now we're all gonna fucking die. I am so done with this shit.
I knew it! You signaled the Fire Navy with that flare. You're leading them straight to us, aren't you?
Aang didn't do anything. It was an accident.
Yeah, we were on the ship and there was this booby trap and well, we boobied right into it.
You know what else was an accident? Chernobyl. But a lot of people died. Does that make it okay? No.
Katara, you shouldn't have gone on that ship. Now we could all be in danger.
Don't blame Katara. I brought her there. It's my fault.
Aha! The traitor confesses! Warriors away from the enemy! The foreigner is banished from our village!
Sokka, you're making a mistake.
No, I'm keeping my promise to Dad. I'm protecting you from threats like him.
Aang is not our enemy. Don't you see? Aang's brought us something we haven't had in a long time. Fun.
Oh yeah, fun's really gonna save your ass from the Navy when it comes to kick your ass.
Fun? We can't fight firebenders with fun.
I mean, you can make it fun, but no, you can't kill them with fun. But it can be fun killing them.
You should try it sometime.
Get out of our village, now!
Grandmother, please, don't let Sokka do this.
Katara, you knew going on that ship was forbidden. Sokka is right. I think it best if the airbender leaves.
Fine. Then I'm banished too. Come on, Aang, let's go.
Where do you think you're going?
To find a waterbender. Aang is taking me to the North Pole.
Wait, so you signaled the Fire Navy, which is probably gonna kill the entire village, and you're going on a holiday. Wow. Wow. Okay.
I am? Great.
Katara! Would you really choose him over your tribe? Your own family?
Katara, I don't want to come between you and your family.
Damn teenagers and hormones.
So, you're leaving the South Pole? This is goodbye?
Thanks for penguin sledding with me.
Where will you go?
Guess I'll go back home and look for the airbenders. Wow, I haven't cleaned my room in 100 years. Not looking forward to that.
That jump.
It was nice meeting everyone.
Let's see your bison fly now, air boy.
Come on, Appa. You can do it. Yep, yep.
Yeah, I thought so.
Aang, don't go. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
You literally knew him for one day.
Come on, boy.
Are we ever gonna see Appa fly?
Katara, you'll feel better after
You happy now? There goes my one chance at becoming a waterbender.
All right, ready our defenses. The Fire Nation could be on our shores any moment now.
But I got it.
And no potty breaks.
Oh yeah, they're all gonna fucking die.
Yeah, I liked her too.
Would you get cold?
The village.
Rally the penguins.
Appa, wait here.
What? Holy shit. He means business. Damn, he's looking like Magneto. Well, this is gonna be a one-man army. Can I be that guy and advise a tactical retreat? Yeah, I mean, I know you're enthusiastic, but I mean, to where? Anywhere that's not here. Well, they landed on shore.
Oh, man!
Wait, how thin is this bloody ice? So, about that tactical retreat. You guys still think it's a bad idea? You guys still think we should stay and fight? I don't know. Yeah, the adrenaline hit and he's locked in place. He's useless. Oh yeah, the fucking tent's gonna keep you safe.
Sokka, get out of the way!
Wow, if this was D&D, he just did a high roll and didn't die. Okay, considering that they did not land to encircle you, perhaps they just want to talk. Oh boy. I mean, they have absolutely no reason to leave that giant ship unless they wanted to talk. So, try not to piss him off. And whatever you do, don't attack him. And he's attacking him. You just lost 10 bargaining points. Nice work. This kid seems to be doing everything I tell him not to do. Okay, let's try the opposite direction. Tried to steal the ship.
Where are you hiding him? He'd be about this age? Master of all elements? I know you're hiding him.
Well, that didn't last long. Boomerang's come back.
No fear.
Well, that's brain damage. Ooh! Critical strike! Oh no, you made him mad. And here comes Penguin Boy. So the prince just got... Wow. Oh yeah, he's gonna be a ruthless dictator when he grows up. Oh yeah, he's gonna be a ruthless dictator when he grows up. That fucking penguin. That fucking penguin.
Hey, Sokka.
Hi, Aang. Thanks for coming.
Oh, he's encircled. Wait. So, you sent your melee fighters to the left, your spearmen to the right, instead of staggering them. Oh, fuck's sake. Anyways, let's just see how this plays out.
Looking for me?
You're the Airbender? You're the Avatar?
Aang?
No way. I've spent years preparing for this encounter.
What the hell are the 6 men doing? Encircle him!
Training. Meditating. You're just a child.
Well, you're just a teenager.
Airbender won that exchange.
If I go with you, will you promise to leave everyone alone?
You see, someone needs to teach the prince a useful tactic. He went for the grandmother because he knew all the young people had an attachment to her, yet he did not attack the citizens. Ah, my boy, you need to learn the art of war. Well, that was easy.
No, Aang, don't do this!
Don't worry, Katara. It'll be okay.
Shouldn't you keep the staff away from the boy, not next to the boy? Who trained this military?
Take care of Appa for me until I get back.
Head a course to the Fire Nation. I'm going home.
He's the biggest error coming. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Shouldn't you, like, shackle him or something? At least put him in a prison? I don't know. Do you have anything that could stop his airbending? Where are they finding wood in the Arctic? Ah, Kuma, stop asking silly questions. I mean, do you see any trees? I don't.
We have to go after that ship, Sokka.
Oh yeah, just run after it, why don't you? Or just walk on the water. You're a waterbender after all. I mean, South Pole, so Antarctic, but the point still stands. I mean... Okay. I stand corrected. It's the Antarctic. It's the woodfish in water. What?
Aang saved our tribe. Now we have to save him.
Saved? That's a very liberal use of the word saved.
Katara,
Why can't you realize that he's on our side? If we don't help him, no one will. I know you don't like Aang, but we owe him.
Katara! Are you gonna talk all day, or are you coming with me?
Well, that was something.
Sokka!
Get in. We're going to save your boyfriend.
He's not my...
Whatever.
What do you two think you're doing? You'll need these. You have a long journey ahead of you.
Grandma's like, fuck it. These kids keep causing problems. Leave.
It's been so long since I've had hope, but you brought it back to life, my little waterbender. And you, my brave warrior, be nice to your sister.
Yeah, okay, Gran.
Aang is the Avatar. He's the world's only chance. You both found him for a reason. Now your destinies are intertwined with his.
Here's a Pokédex. Catch all the Pokemon. Bye.
There's no way we're gonna catch a warship with a canoe.
That works.
Appa!
You just love taking me out of my comfort zone,
Hey, that's how you grow. Get out of your comfort zone.
don't you?
This staff will make an excellent gift for my father. I suppose you wouldn't know of fathers, being raised by monks.
Oh my god, would you stop trying to make a friend? For fuck's sake, you're a prince. You're supposed to be... what was his name? What's his name? He wrote The Prince. It starts with M. I forgot the name, but you get my point. Machiavellian, goddammit!
Take the Avatar to the prison hold, and take this to my quarters.
Wait, so you brought him onto the deck of the ship just to have that 10-second conversation so you could tell your guards to bring him to the prison. You really are a child.
Hey, you mind taking this to his quarters for me?
Ladies and gentlemen, corporate in a nutshell. We're wasting so many resources having pointless meetings in fancy boardrooms. Meanwhile, the grunts do all the actual work. Wait, only one guard is looking after the How many men are on this ship? And if you tell me 7, I swear to God. You can't pilot an entire ship like this with 7 people. You're gonna have 2 in the engine room at the very least. 1, I don't know, controlling the direction, and a bunch of others. They started from the deck when they entered the ship? There's 8. What?! It's coal-based. Oh, God. The misappropriation of manpower in this military structure is infuriating.
So, I guess you've never fought an airbender before. I bet I could take you both with my hands tied behind my back.
Well, funny how that works, because your hands are tied behind your back.
Silence.
Well, here's your chance. Kick the one behind you in the dick, he'll be out for a few seconds, and hopefully, when the guy in front of you turns around, kick him in the dick. I mean, it's a sly tactic, but you're a kid. Did they really make a key made out of gold? Or that.
The Avatar's escaped!
Why didn't you finish them off? Come on, you gotta keep watching. Oh no. There's gonna be more misuse of manpower, isn't there?
Go. Fly. Soar.
Please, Appa. We need your help. Aang needs your help.
Alright, so 2+ spotters, 1 captain, vice captain, 3 engineers, forgot the name, the guy who deals with the anchor. Easily over 10 people maintaining basic hygiene, at least 1 cook, not sure of era, but a radio operator, and these are just on the top of my head. See? Toasted Buns gets it.
Ascend.
We could say, but it's too spoilery. Wait, are you saying the person at the top didn't see Aang run away? I know, right?
Elevate.
Sokka doesn't believe you can fly. But I do, Appa. Come on, don't you want to save Aang?
What was it that kid said? Yeehaw, hup hup, wahoo, yip yip.
Uh-oh.
You did it, Sokka!
He's flying! He's flying! Qatar, he's...
You might want to hang on.
I mean, big deal, he's flying.
You might want to hang on. Oh, there's more men.
Staff around, have you? Thanks anyway.
Okay, see, I don't understand this. Narrow corridor, and they're using a short sword. This is where you should be using the spear. And this guy is using hand to hand. Okay, sure, why not? Oh, he's using fire. Motherfucker. What a tight hatch in a ship? This isn't a submarine.
My staff.
Looks like I underestimated you.
Why would you close the door, cutting off your men? Oh, it's to prevent his escape. But wouldn't the use of fire eliminate the oxygen within the room? Use your legs! Your legs, goddammit! Are those swords on the wall just for show? Oh, for fuck's sake. Now I see why your father beats you. So the guy piloting is also the navigator. No wonder you guys don't find anything. Oh my fucking god. How has this prince survived so long? Maybe that's why they sent them in the middle of the Arctic where there's absolutely no one. Come on, Orochimaru's illegitimate offspring, do something.
What is that?
That, my friend, is drugs. Lots and lots of drugs.
Aang! No!
He can't hear you under the water. Did he just go into Devil Trigger? Holy shit, he is using the water by bending the air around it to create a whirlpool.
Did you see what he just did?
Now that was some water bending.
Okay, fine, water bending. I thought it would have been more impressive to use the air to control the water around it, but okay, he's waterbending now. And he just used up his cooldowns and has to recharge.
Aang! Are you okay?
So, does this mean that this is your ship now? Is that how commandeering works? Technically? I mean, there's only a handful of people left. You just knocked off, like, what, 4 people? Which means, like, 4 are left.
Hey, Katara.
Our ship, comrade.
Hey, Sokka. Thanks for coming.
Now, imagine you come back to the village, and you're like, hey, we got this ship now. Like, you'd be the best grandkids ever. Hey, Grandma, we got Avatar back. And we also got a ship. Fuck.
Well, I couldn't let you have all the glory.
I dropped my staff.
Got it.
No, they wouldn't know how to run the ship. I mean, that's pretty... Wait, how the fuck did he climb up? What? I thought you were knocked off. How'd you climb up the side of the ship? It's specifically made smooth for the very reason so you cannot climb up the side of the ship. Yet you somehow climbed up the side of the ship. Okay, whatever. What the fuck? Did he just use his brain?
Ha! That's from the Water Tribe!
Oh, he must have held on to the chain. Wait, I thought he dropped into the water. Wait, okay. What the fuck? No, okay. I call bullshit. Nah, I'm called that. No. There is no way these motherfuckers climbed up the side of the ship and held on to their pole arms. No fucking way. One of them, maybe. All of them, fuck off. And held on to their spears? Nah. Oh, we didn't hear a splash? I see water. Do you not see water? I see water. That implies splash. This is bullshit. They got knocked down by water, not off. It's a cartoon. I don't care. This is a kid's show. I don't care. I want hyperrealism in a kid's show. It's what I want.
Katara!
Hurry up, Sokka!
Just a guy with a boomerang. I didn't ask for all this flying and magic. Yip, 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 yip.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what happens when you eat those brownies before going to bed. You get vivid dreams. Look, Kuma, they shit themselves so hard, the sheer propulsion from their ass shot them up towards the ship. Let's leave it at that. I love how he gets up again. Oh, whatever. He was on the chain.
Shoot them down!
With what? Do a barrel roll. See? Wind super effective. Oh yeah, your dad's gonna be pissed. Look on the bright side, you have fire. Fire melts ice.
Good news for the Fire Lord. The Fire Nation's greatest threat is just a little kid.
That kid, Uncle, just did this. I won't underestimate him again.
Technically, you did this. That was your attack.
Dig the ship out and follow them.
Why dig it? Use fire. The ship's made of metal.
As soon as you're done with that.
Do it yourself. Assert dominance. Dig the ship out with piss. I don't care how you do it.
How did you do that? With the water?
I like how they're not asking questions about the bison.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
I don't know. I just sort of did it.
Why didn't you tell us you were the Avatar?
Because I never wanted to be.
Not all soldiers are firebenders. I got it. It's the 3 guys with the 3 firebender masks. The other guys just use weapons.
But Aang, the world's been waiting for the Avatar to return and finally put an end to this war.
And how am I going to do that?
Well, win the war.
According to legend, you need to first master water, then earth, then fire, right?
That's what the monks told me.
Well, if we go to the North Pole, you can master waterbending.
We can learn it together.
And Sokka, I'm sure you'll get to knock some firebender heads on the way.
I'd like that. I'd really like that.
Then we're in this together.
Now imagine if someone incorporated using weapons along with firebending. Would he be able to block both projectile weapons and fire at the same time? I doubt it. Imagine if someone had firebending and throwing knives. Now that would be a deadly combination. You know, do some fire, add in a throwing knife every now and then. You would at the very least break the other person's concentration. Now that would be hyper effective.
All right, but before I learn waterbending, we have some serious business to attend to. Here, here, and here.
Wait, you just had a map in your pants the entire time?
What's there?
Here, we'll ride the hopping llamas. Then way over here, we'll surf on the backs of giant koi fish.
Did you say hopping llamas? Hopping llamas. Does this anime have normal animals, or is every animal in this anime a drug trip?
Then back over here, we'll ride the hog monkeys.
Hog monkeys.
They don't like people riding them.
So you're gonna ride them anyway. You kid are a menace.
But that's what makes it fun.
You're gonna end up in prison one day. They don't like anyone riding them. That's what makes it fun. Ladies and gentlemen, this kid's gonna end up in prison. My god. This anime is just drugs. Kuma, you say that as he's on a flying bison. Best uses of firebending in order. Everyday life. Hand-to-hand combat. Incorporating into engineering. Lighting a blunt. Dude, like, one of the major advancements humanity as a species made was the discovery of fire. It changed the game. Not only did it allow for the cooking of food, the creation of tools, heating, but it's also a light source. When we as a species began harnessing fire, that was fucking huge. It changed the game. You know? And then we had the invention of a wheel where we could move heavy objects. And a predator deterrent? Yes, that also. So, just casually being able to go, I've got fire, is a big effing deal. Humans are OP because of our tool and intelligence. Not only that, you have to take into consideration that there are many species on the planet. And many species could have evolved to be a lot more intelligent than they currently are. There are a lot of intelligent species out there. Do not underestimate, life on the planet. But we were the ones ultimately that conquered it. But you have to sort of admire how we got there. I mean, imagine the sheer amount of people that would have died before we learned what plants are edible and what plants are not. Berries, mushrooms, fruit, vegetables. How many plants out there are deadly? How many plants out there do we eat? So there's all these factors that came into play. That it didn't happen overnight. It was a slow process. And these guys just have fire at the tip of their fingerprints. That is a big deal. And really quickly, just looking at the technology, coal-powered ships, we could sort of guesstimate where they are on the development scale, right? They're probably less than 100 years behind us. Okay, maybe 100 years. Given 100 years ago would have been 1922, But having access to fire at their fingertips changes that game significantly. And then you've got the airbenders that can just fly around, so they don't actually need the use of technology in order to travel. They've got control of an element. And then you've got the earthbenders that wouldn't necessarily need digging, mortaring, and all these other things. They could potentially create structures by controlling the soil. This changes the game. This opens a lot of doors. And yes, I get it. It is a kid's show. But, just fucking let me have this, all right? Let me have this. Oh, wait. In the subject of finding out what's edible, I absolutely love the idea that at some point someone started cataloging what mushrooms were safe and what were not safe to eat. So these mushrooms taste pretty nice. These mushrooms cause your throat to implode on itself. And these make you see God for a week. Well, that's what a lot of people get incorrect. So in the Scandinavian islands where people used to go for wedding ceremonies and spiritual journeys where they would see the gods in Valhalla and Odin and Thor banging his hammer during thunderstorms, there are hallucinogenic mushrooms everywhere. What does that tell you? And then also you need to take into consideration that the Vikings used to bake a certain grain into their bread, which they didn't realize was actually killing them slowly through poisoning. So even within recent history of, like a fucking 1,000 years, which in the grand scheme of the planet is the blink of a fucking eye, considering, a million years ago we had dinosaurs running around. 1,000 years ago, people were baking things in their food which was actually killing them because they didn't realize that they were eating it in small quantities and over time it was poisoning them. So we, it's pretty nuts. Actually, Neanderthals were smarter, stronger, and larger than us. So the Homo sapiens are far more socially intelligent. Right. See, I haven't really studied that much, I'm familiar with modern history. I'm not that familiar with, old school history, but I am interested by it. Neanderthals were just as intelligent, but stronger as well. However, they died off because of their strength. they would actually physically attack larger animals head on instead of using projectiles. See, there is a little bit of that. The only uniquely human thing is throwing and sweating. Cool. Bending is cool. Well, that is because we are weak at the start. We had to resort to throwing stuff. That's where tools started. Animals like elephants can use tools, but they never needed to make that much use, so that isn't that developed. They do have inbuilt long-range radios. And just look at how animals underwater communicate as well. Just be careful. I almost missed it myself. Don't forget mercury poisoning in the 1800s. Yeah. I remember Ahmad ibn Faldan talking about insurance or the rest, but totally about you being able to sustain yourself. Neanderthals had larger brains, not smarter. Well, size isn't always everything. I got some cherries, so I'm going round. I didn't read it properly for a second. Of course they were smarter. They didn't have governments actively dumbing them down. Orcs are amazing. Okay. Yeah. No, I kind of like that we have these occasional things. Lead poisoning in the 60s. Well, lead poisoning was also happening in the Roman Empire because they used lead in order to transport water. So the theory as to why they think the Roman Empire was so bloodthirsty was because they think that a lot of people had lead poisoning, which causes changes in your way of thinking. And all these other things. I mean, fuck, there was a lot of lead poisoning going on in the US too. A lot of homes had lead pipes, which needed to be changed. And some really old homes still have lead piping, I mean, shit, we're still finding out these different things are killing us even recently, Like, fuck. I mean, in Australia, for example, they used to use asbestos in homes, throughout homes, and what was it called? It's not microfiber. It's something. It was asbestos. It's like sheeting. You can use it for walls, and they found out in the last 20 years that it causes cancer. Meanwhile, people on construction sites used to be cutting that stuff every day, breathing it in, and a lot of the old builders nowadays are getting lung cancer. It was also used for insulation. Yes, it was fiberglass. But it used to be everywhere. Like if you talk to people that are 50, 60 years old, they used to play with asbestos as kids. It used to just be left around. They used to play with it and shit. Now you literally have to have like a biohazard thick plastic bag in order to store it, and you can't throw it in garbage. It needs to be professionally handled, So, and that's fucking 20 years. 20 years ago. Dude, lead poisoning straight up murdered a whole generation's brains. Well, fuck. Considering, all the chemicals that we have exposure to today, how many of these things that we have exposure to on a daily basis are going to end up being bad for us? Microfibers from plastic bottles. We have microfiber buildup in our bodies, which can't be, taken out. It's just building up in our bodies. I stopped using plastic bottles. I don't like plastic bottles anymore. There's all this stuff around us that's going to be a huge problem. But of course, the governments don't like to talk about it because like that fucking money. Let's not talk about pollution. I lived in the city for a while. You guys remember I used to cough a lot. I live now in the northern beaches where the wind blows down all the pollution back to the city. Do you see me coughing? It's like, oh no, it must be something else. You must have been sick. Yeah, I've been fucking coughing for years, and now suddenly when I move where I live, where the air just so happens to be fresher, I stop coughing? Like, almost like there's something going on there. Like maybe city pollution is not good for you. Because bigger brains mean slower lengths for the electricity to travel, making the thoughts slower. Cause and effect. Yeah. Well, you also needed to take into consideration that things like OCD would be very useful in an environment where you have a hunter-gatherer society, because you would be able to spot animals hiding amongst the tree line, hiding amongst the grass, a lot easier than someone that doesn't have OCD. Yeah. Or in some cases, people that have attention deficit disorder have quicker reaction time than people who don't, which makes them good hunters. But obviously in modern day society, we don't actually need to hunt our food. We go to the local supermarket. So it's seen as a condition rather than an evolutionary, what do you call it? An evolutionary trait that has been passed on that is no longer as useful. Get what I mean? So, you know, I mean, fuck, back in the day, being very, very tall, very, very broad, very, very strong would be considered an advantage, particularly when we were using, you know, melee weapons and heavy armor and beating a guy to death with a club. Today, being 8 foot tall is not as useful because, one, you can't get into a lot of cars and transport and things like that. But also, two, people use guns, which means if you're really tall, you're going to get hit really quickly, you know? So all these things have been carried on from evolution, and well, technology is changing it it's improving exponentially and changing, and so, you know, it takes a little bit of time for genetics to catch up. Crazy. Yeah, it's like being fat used to be a sign of wealth. Well, it used to be a sign that you had plenty of food, you know, and you had access to food that could make you fat, particularly dairy and protein, which was very expensive. You know, a lot of diets used to be on grain, on bread, on potatoes, you know? So you wouldn't be able to pack on those kilos in the pounds. But if you were eating a lot of meat and a lot of dairy, you would really easily be able to pack on those pounds, you know? So being fat was a sign that, hey, this person's got money, right? There's a sweet spot for the brain size using the types of neurons. We have a myelin sheet upgrade that makes the signals faster. We're reaching the limit for how quickly that can go. Well, yeah. In the word of my other favorite Russian, do you know what an artist and a sniper have in common? Details. Like when a touch of color is out of place or when an object doesn't match its surroundings. Yes. Which is, yeah. I get what you're putting down. Both of my grandfathers survived World War II and were wounded. Purple Hearts. Fucking respect. If they're still alive, buy them a drink. The first person to drink milk must have been really thirsty. Portal 2. Well, some guy saw a cow and a little calf just going, and he was like, I want me some milk. I mean, human babies also drink milk, so it's not like it was a foreign concept. Like, the motherfucker knew what was going on. You know, which is why cows that produce milk need to be pregnant and have calves. Like, that's how the cow produces milk. It's not just going to bloody keep producing milk if it doesn't have a calf. I mean, that's how it works. I've lived on a farm. There was also a goat there, and, you know, she was an older female goat, and she had I don't know what a baby goat is called, a lamb, something like that. And that's the reason why there was milk, you know? We must return to raw milk. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Having clean milk from a cow or a goat that's not pasteurized or filtered or anything is one of the most nutritious things you can have. Look at anyone that's raised on the countryside that's eating clean food. They're big, they're strong, their immune systems are just amazing. And then look at people that grow up in the city. They get sick, they have problems, all this other shit. I spent a little bit of time in the countryside when I grew up, so, you know, I'm very hard to kill. But, yeah, I also eat a lot. I don't know how the hell that gets filtered. I mean, it's worth looking into, but a lot of the milk that you buy in the supermarket has a lot of the nutrition basically taken out to make it last longer. I mean, a lot of the stuff that you eat in the supermarket is, nutritious-wise, useless. Hell, some of the vegetables have been frozen, thawed so many times, half the nutrients is gone. And then they just paint them to make them look more green and more red. Yeah. All right, guys, without getting into it too much, let's take a quick little break and we're going to watch some more Avatar. We always get these really good discussions. I don't want to shut them down because I think they're really good. They're very different from what we have in the other animes, but I like where we're going. So let's take a quick little break. We'll watch a few more episodes, hopefully 2 more episodes of Avatar, if Kuma doesn't go on one of his big rants. And then we got some Dragon Ball Super.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.